not surprising to me. I knew from the first practice that we had when we grabbed him that he wasn't going to be a two-way player for long. A couple of weeks went by. I knew he was going to get a guaranteed contract at some point. I just know I've been around the game long enough to know great basketball IQ players. It's not surprising what he was doing tonight. Maybe to some of you guys who don't watch him as much or don't cover him as much, but for me, it's not. I'm extremely happy for him, and I want him to do it again.
Well, welcome back, Laker fans. It is a brand new episode 8 of Laker Lounge Confidential, also known as LLC. We are brought to you by your favorite pod, the Three Man Weave podcast. I'm your co-host, B. Cannon. Who I got with me?
You already know who it is, your boy Hill. And Hill gonna Hill regardless, baby. Let's get it. Man, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Once again, appreciate the Three Man Weave for letting us utilize the YouTube channel. We are the LLC.
Baby.
Cut the cap.
Hey, man, I could barely get through the intro, man, because, bro, Bron got to stop, man. If you're going to lie, just say what you say and move on, bro. There's no way you knew all of that. He gonna be a two-way player for a minute. He gonna get past that, and then he gonna get into the starting lineup, and he gonna be a legitimate baller, bro. There's no way that you could just see that from somebody who had the background of an AR-15. I'm just sorry. Bro.
If you gonna lie, fully commit to the lie, bro. He knew this in Oklahoma. Nah, that's how far he should have took it back. That's how far he should have took it back. When I looked at that, bro, I just laughed, bro. I'm like, it's stuff like that right there. It's no need to hate. It's no need to overthink it.
Yeah.
Just laugh, bro.
Yeah.
Just like that's the comedy. That's the the common factor that we needed right then and there, to take the severity out. But just laugh at that, because boy, you knew all that, bro. You the best legit. Oh man. But you know what it is? I think since we started this, we have to be 8-0 coming off a Sunday game, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to say we haven't had a loss yet every time, and it feels good. Like I say, always winning definitely always feels good. Still in the home, still in the game,
Fact.
Game one. Possibly reclaiming home court advantage. For a tough series, it definitely was. We handle business. And that's all you can ask for. And I was watching that game, and I took a step back in the midst of watching the game. I said, this is playoff basketball, bro.
It definitely was. It definitely was.
So I took the fan out. I took the fan aspect out of it. I'm like, okay, I'm just win, lose, or draw. This is what you want to see in the game at 3:00 on the afternoon, on a Sunday afternoon, playoff atmosphere. Like, you want to see this type of basketball, and that's what we got. And I can, obviously then fan mode kicked back in, and we got the victory. So, I'm enjoying what we're seeing so far, and we need to just keep on and continue to build off what we did.
Definitely. It was a hell of a matchup, man.
Absolutely.
And tight game all the way down to the end. It was unfortunate that Ja went out. But I just like how we was playing regardless of how the game would have ended. We were hanging our hats on defense, which I've been saying all year, and guys were making shots. And I just want to shout out the spark plug. So over the course of this, since we've been doing this Laker Lounge Confidential, we've dubbed a few players spark plugs. The Junkyard Dog being one of them. Austin Reeves was one of them. And Rui, we said Rui had to be one of them. Also Malik Beasley. So those are the people that have to be spark plugs. And we know not every game everybody's going to be able to step up, but you need at least 2 of them to step up. But what I first want to clarify is that AR-15 is no longer a spark plug. He's a legitimate piece of the starting squad, man. And the boy showed up big time. Now, spark plug showed up big time too, and Rui, man, Rui did exactly what I've been saying that he could do this whole time. Literally nailed the open shots. Once he started nailing the open shots, once they closed out on him, get the big dunk. Because now they're scared. Now you are what you are. You're a face-up wing who can take people off the dribble. And it was just a beautiful thing to watch how we play as a team. Yes, we had the Anthony Davis scare. All the laughs, all the jokes. But you know what? What do we say about it every time, bro? And I'll admit it. As a fan, I'm nervous and I get it and I get annoyed with it. But when I look back over the totality of it, bro, he been here this year. And he went in the locker room and did whatever he had to do, came back out and still was productive. So it's like, also, I love how Bron and AD were willing to say, if you're hot, go. Rui, if you're hot, go. Austin, if you're hot, go. And we going to continue to play D, drop dimes, get blocks. It was a block party, bro.
Everybody was invited. and that was the thing that we I think what pissed me off about the AD situation was the reaction to it. And obviously, my phone blew up. Your phone blew up. We were trying to I know for me, I was just trying to stay calm. I'm like, just stay positive, bro. It did look bad. He said he couldn't feel his arm.
When he said that, bro, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was just thinking, I was just like, just stay positive, stay positive. We got a whole half to come back. Let's see what he do. He came back and he looked normal. Like you said, it was just a stinger. So cool. My whole thing was, but the way Stephen A reacted during halftime was more so, I'm like, you have an obligation to uphold at this point. I get it, bro. He has an injury history. Like you say, you're petrified once he hit the ground or anything when he jumped. I get it. We got the anxiety watching the game. I get it. But once again, you are on TV. You have an obligation, bro. To disrespect that man when he had an injury and not knowing the severity of it, the way that you talked about that was distasteful. And I'm sitting there like, bro, like see how you handled it. You see how you responded to Ja Morant's injury. Ja Morant has an extensive injury history as well. Like, he's an accident waiting to happen too because of his style of play. And not one time did anybody. But how did they react differently when he got injured versus to how they reacted when AD got injured? Was two different totally reactions. Oh my God! I hope Ja Morant is okay, and we hope Ja Morant is okay. Like I want him to come back because first off, this is the playoff. We want to see the stars. We want to see everybody.
I want to see stars, man.
We want to see everybody. We're not trying to sit here and go through, take a cakewalk. No, I want.
And people went down across the league yesterday.
It was a lot of them. It was, a lot of significant injuries at that. It was just the fact that I just didn't like the injury. I mean, I can understand fans being upset. I can understand, people, fans talking trash, but like I'm just specifically talking to Stephen A. on how he reacted. He acted a fool on the halftime show.
And you know what? Because I sit up there and I'm listening to it too, and I'm like, bro, I at the time I definitely didn't want to hear it because I'm like you said, I'm more concerned with like, bro, I'm hoping like something ain't torn. He ain't got a torn rotator cuff. I'm praying that it is a stinger. And that's the one thing I know about a stinger is that you can't feel your arm. So it's like, and so I was hoping it was that, but it's like, you're right. You're absolutely right. As a national media pundit, you gotta have more objectivity than that.
Absolutely.
And we all know, like you said, in sports, your number one thing, I don't care, even if it's the most injury prone person ever.
Yeah.
When when we knew RG3 was injury prone when he went down with his knee, everybody was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Dang, shouldn't have been out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, hope dude, all right. Like, and everybody knew he was injury prone and reckless, you know what I mean? But it was like kind of brought it on himself. But it was like, still, hope you all right. Same thing with Tua. You feel
I was just about to bring that up. I'm like, you don't even like you say you're not the biggest fan of Tua, but like you're not sitting there.
I never once said yes, he got a concussion.
See, I told you so. I told you. Like, it's like, come on, bro. Like, we sitting there. Shouts out to Greeny though, like, cause he shifted. I think he understood. He was like, "Oh yeah, Stephen A. going a little too much." He shifted to Jalen. He was like, "And Jordan, you played the game before. What do you think this injury is?" And let Jalen assess it. And Jalen
he did a good job.
And he was being positive. But like I said, of course, we were sitting there like it didn't look good. But like you said, when you kept going to when he kept going to Wilbon making it worse. He was like, he kept saying like he can't feel his arm. Like, stop talking to Wilbon. But like I said, glad he's okay. Glad he came back. He got some dunks. He was shooting. He was looking back to normal. So I'm glad he was okay. But like I said, we know as Lakers fans that what we signed up for AD. Like we said, we watched the game with anxiety, bro. If you don't got it, you're gonna have it when you watch that game. So let's shift to let's go more in depth to Rui since you brought it up. And let me put this up. Let me get this out of here. It's probably the best game. This is Desmond Bain quote. It's probably his best game he's had in his career. Let's see if he can do it again on Wednesday.
Okay. I mean, he's partially right. I mean, but he's saying it as a hater. So I would say this because this is his first time in the playoffs, correct?
Who, Rui?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So of course, then this is the biggest game of his career. It was also the biggest game of AR-15 career, also because this is the biggest spot that they've ever been in. So one, you're absolutely correct, but you're saying that as a hater. Here's the thing, bro. If a person could do it on you once, they could do it on you. Well, why can't they do it on you twice? And if you were that good, you should have just stopped them the first time, bro. It should have never happened in the first place. So let's just see if you could stop them next time. How about that? That's my response.
Because I love the fact that I actually went to the press conference of watching Rui, and he explained that they worked on that. He's like him and Phil Handy. They watched the film on how they defend, and he was like, and Phil told him, he's like, you're going to be open, and you got to hit the shot. So as preparation, it feels good when you actually execute a game plan that you prepared for. So of course, his confidence is going to continue to grow during that game because he's like, oh, this is what we practice, baby. This just like practice. And then you continue to do that. But okay, even if he don't do this again, because of course he had a hell of a game. Yeah. Of course, he may not do that again. Yeah. We did that game one while Braun was just chilling.
Yeah.
AD, we had a okay offensive game. He was just chilling. He was a monster defensively.
I'm sold on Evie, man. He gonna keep us on.
Went to the playoff. Okay, I'm sorry.
So one of the biggest games of his career, I will say that.
And please don't forgive us because it's the Wizards. Hey, we don't know when the last time they went to the.
I thought he might have went, man. But he said in 2011
he wasn't in the league.
Yeah, about to say. Yeah, he wasn't in no league in 2011.
Get it right. But they might have made the play. I'm pretty sure that they did. They might have made the playoff at least one time. That they won't. They better. He was on that team with Russ. They made the playoffs, right? They made the play-in or something.
They might have done something.
But they was out. I know they was out the first round. Either me. But anyway. Yeah. Let's fact check that. It's the fact that we're gonna Google it. It's the fact that we got game one. And once again, we got game one. We got monster games from AR-15. D'Lo started off slow, but then he ended up starting to cook up. The rotation was short, but like you say, AD had a cool offensive game. Braun had a modest offensive game as well. But like I said, AD was a monster because he probably got a block right now as we talking. Like the way he was playing defensively and the way they was doing. So
that's what I'm asking for.
So we could just get a consistent Rui. it's the problem. You're going to have to adjust. But the way that they played the first game, you're going to have to come up with an adjustment. This is the playoffs. Like I said, this is when coaching is key. This is when adjustments are made. So they're going to have to adjust, and so are we.
But here's the beautiful thing, right? We have a group of spark plugs. And based on how the game is unfolding, it might not necessarily be Rui that we need, depending on how they want to play it next game. It might be a different spark plug. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like Rui is in a role that he understands, and he just knows that he has to be ready when his number is called. And I believe that he's going to be ready, like he showed us just now when his number is called. Really, he been ready ever since his number was called. After we called him out, the one time he said, "Bro, just do your job. Yeah, you don't got to be a superstar here. Just do your job, bro." And he really been doing that. So I'm assuming that he's going to be ready, man. He's a consummate pro and a professional. So it's like, led all scorers 11 of 14. Come on, man. I don't have his 3-point percentage down there, but that was high as well. 29 points, man.
All right, come on, man. You get the 29 from Rui. You get 23 from Austin Reed. You get 22 from AD, 21 from Brian. I think D'Lo had 19.
Yeah, D'Lo had 19, bro. That's good. Right. And that's what we've been trying to tell you. Like, this team is and everybody was saying, why are people talking about the Lakers this, Lakers that all of a sudden? One, because they
had one of the best records since All-Star break.
Yeah, what was it?
I think 17-7.
Yep, come on now. And so
the best defense since the trade. Like, this ain't the team that you saw in the beginning of the season, bro.
And you just don't want to face us, because what we have really been able to do is close out games. Even if we lose them, we've been able to make it close and make it scrappy in those games. Haven't really been blown out, except for that one game. I forgot which game it was, but it was one game where somebody just spanked us
after the All-Star break.
Yeah, it was one of the.
It was the Blazers early on. The Blazers caught us early on. I mean, they couldn't miss nothing.
Yeah, facts.
But let's break down the schedule, because the schedule played it to our favor. Obviously, we played yesterday on the Sunday. Our next game is until Wednesday. Look at that. Look how much that's of a break. And then the next game after that is Saturday.
Yeah, I like it, man.
Those three games with the amount of rest that we're getting, and those 3 games could be very key for us.
Facts.
You know, for us, and at the same time, it could be very key for Memphis. Like I said,
facts, but that's fair.
We do know that Josh said his hand pain is at a 10. It's a 10 out of 10.
It's a 10.
Hey, that was Sunday. We don't know what it's gonna feel like Wednesday. They saying that he may not play, but it's a possibility that he may be ready Saturday. It's
it looked like he jammed all 4 of his fingers, bro.
It looks.
Just imagine jamming 1.
Yeah, and like all of it, like it's. But like I say, these are professional sport. They got different doctors and different treatment, and like I said, he could be getting around the clock treatment, and like I said, he could. They haven't completely ruled him out for game 2. It's not looking good, but he may not play. And if he does play, would he be hampered? You know what I'm saying? Go to the, how he go to the rack, boom, a quick swipe at the hand.
And nothing worse than getting that jam finger slap, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man.
That thing make you want to fight. Make you want to fight, even though your hair hurt. You might still want to throw to your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
that's so all level. But I think and I know they didn't do this on purpose for the Lakers, but I believe that this schedule plays heavily to us, especially with us getting game 1. Because if we can go out there and get game 2, them Laker fans haven't seen us in the playoffs in a while,
and they should be ready.
That crowd gonna be crazy. Either way, that crowd gonna be crazy Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think the sense of urgency should kick in. Be like, hey, look, let's go ahead and steal another one.
This is a young team. Yeah, I feel like we need to go in there and take it, bro.
This is a young team, but this is a young team that they have the guidance of a LeBron. They have a guidance of an AD. Bro,
they trail.
Austin Reeves was on the court closing out the 4th quarter with everybody on the court yelling, "I'm him."
Yeah, facts.
Like look, a lot of people be saying.
Crazy.
A lot of people say I'm him, right? But every time they say it, I'm him moments, right?
Yeah.
He had some I'm him moments.
And honestly, he's been consistently him
for a while.
Yeah.
For a while since he's been inserted into the starting lineup.
Yeah.
Like you say, he's been consistent. So it's the fact that we know what we're going to get from him. You know what I'm saying? We know that if D'Lo don't have it and Schroeder got it, we'll let Schroeder close it. If and the vice versa, if D'Lo got it and Schroeder don't have it, we let D'Lo close it. They don't have the ego to say, "Hey, I got to have all the minutes." You see the rotation guy showing.
Yeah.
Which
it's
is
playoffs. That's gonna always happen.
What I asked you before, I was kind of worried about what we were gonna do about the rotation, and you see how we did it. And I didn't have when I was watching that game, I didn't have a problem. I didn't say, okay, why he not playing? Why he didn't play? I didn't care. I was like, okay, the flow of the game is rolling.
Yeah, once the pieces hit, they hit. Then no need.
Absolutely. So, do you have? Let me go to see if I. Even though we did win. What issues do you have?
Well, this is one issue that we've had all year, even before the new team, and we continue to have after the All-Star break once the new pieces were added. Slow starts, man.
Mm-hmm.
Slow starts plague us. I think Bron missed, like, the shooting just coming out. AD missed his first couple jumpers.
D'Lo
was missing. Yeah, Bron was missing. And it's taking spark plugs to get us going. So it's like, that's why we had to give them that name, because it's like, it was almost like we always got to be jump started before we start playing our true ball or get punched in the face real hard. Got to go down by 12 points to really want to play basketball. And I just want to be like one of these teams that just come out and just dominate the whole. Like, can we just do that one time so that my heart, so that I can live a few more years in the end is all that I'm asking. You feel me?
I definitely agree, and I was definitely and he stole it from me. The way we defended him yesterday was kind of like disrespectful.
But he's a problem, man.
That's why I'm saying the game plan was disrespectful. It was like we just allowing him to play us one-on-one and just get confidence. It was like,
I don't think we allowing him to, man.
Where was the double?
I don't think you can afford to double Memphis, bro.
Okay.
Because they have even though that Dylan Brooks was just bricking, right? He's streaky. He does have the ability to hit, and you saw he got hot for a moment.
Yep, the streakiness.
And even because you just know that he will shoot it, now when you closing out off a double team rotation late, and you know he'll put it on the floor and go to the rack. You feel what I'm saying? He can finish strong and get and ones. Or and just think about if Ja's healthy too. They swinging that. Now you got Ja. You coming on Ja on the late rotation, bro.
Yeah.
From doubling Jaren Jackson Jr. It's you have to pick your poison. They're a well-coached team. They know that. And then you got Craig, who and then bro, the Arab, bro. The Arab.
Yeah, I don't know where he's coming from.
Like, bro, if you double, it's kind of playoff basketball. I've always said, to me, in playoff basketball, we gotta hang our hat on man to man first. You feel what I'm saying? We have to try that before we go to gimmicks. And if we're in a game with that, I feel like we have to stick with that. That's the best thing for playoffs, because we're dealing with people who are really gonna in a 7-game series. Potentially, people are really playing to their strengths, and coaches are really, you heard what Ham said, this is a game plan on steroids. You feel what I'm saying? So they know exactly how to get, like, they know that Jaren Jackson still be open. You feel what I'm saying? Based off if they come in healthy, their options. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, hey man, you should be able to take AD one-on-one, and he was able to take him a couple of times. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like it's a hell of a matchup though.
I believe that. I believe that. Like I said, once again, it was only game one, and like
Canal was pissing me off, bro.
Is he going to continue to dominate offensively? Like Jaren Jackson is good.
He's the future of one of the future of the league. I think he will, bro.
Like, he's good, but we haven't seen that arsenal of that level of offensiveness from
Yeah,
you know, like that. Like he was in his
Yeah,
bag.
he
Like,
was in his bag.
so will he stay in his bag?
I
'Cause,
like to
like,
think he will because I've been high on him for a long time. And it's just like this is one of the players that I'll say you got to develop your players.
absolutely.
Like they've done that. They've done their part. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like these are the fruits of their labor. And also he's put the work in. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like it's time. So I don't necessarily see he may not have a game like that. It's the same thing like Rui, but I feel like whatever his team needs, he's going to do that at a high level and provide that. I don't think he's going to be taking away from their efforts to win or being a liability at all. He's going to continue to be a problem and a person that we have to game plan for.
That boy hit a 3 yesterday too. I'm like, oh no, it's nothing we can do with him today. It's nothing we can do with him today. He just going. But if that's been a game plan before from teams with letting somebody not letting somebody get off, but if he get off, we make sure that don't nobody else get off.
Yeah.
So if that's one of the game plans, then we got to make sure that once again that we got to close out on Luke Kennard way better.
Yeah,
we got to make sure Desmond Maine don't get off. We got to continue to let Dylan Brooks still be Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, ain't a problem, man.
And then like I say, Tyus Jones, the decision making that he's going to make.
What have I said about him?
Like
what have I said about him from the beginning? And that proves my point. Like he's gonna be around the league for a long time because he can just do his thing. And I think at one point he was like 7 for 7.
Yeah,
any shots when he came in. So when your starting point guard goes out, it's like didn't really miss a beat. I thought when Ja got hurt at first, then he went out. Then it was a lot of time went by before they went to like a commercial break. I forgot that he was hurt because their offense, they were still moving and they were still a problem.
Because during the regular season, they definitely have played. At times they played better without Ja, but we know in the playoffs it's definitely different. But they are accustomed to playing without Ja. And like I said, he's a starting point guard. He just on that team.
Anywhere, on a lot of other teams, he could definitely start.
So, it's just the fact. I got a funny feeling they might pull Kenny Lofton Jr. out.
I thought they was going to this time, but I think they're scared because he just getting comfortable. He been in the G League. He had some good games in the league, but it's like, dang, do you just want to throw him? I thought we was gonna see him game 1, but I think they got a little cold feet. But I think we might see him soon though.
You gotta do what you gotta do to win the game. But like I said, but we can come off the bench with, like I said, we can come off the bench with Mo Bamba. We can come off the bench and Gabriel. So like I said, if they want to play big, we can go big.
Gabriel would have got clocked yesterday, or one of them.
I was surprised at that rotation of the fact that we went small instead of matching big.
Yeah,
because we could, but that's the versatility of the roster that we have now that we can play with anybody at this point.
Because Bron, AD, and Rui they're technically
big.
Come on now,
they big, and like I say, we know Vanderbilt doesn't have the strength to handle a big.
He plays big,
but he gives you effort. It's just the fact that you don't have to
play any position. He can guard in all 5 positions, bro.
Yeah, Jared was giving him that work every time he switched on him. But other than that,
he was in his bag though. So
that's what I'm saying.
Bag, there's nothing that you can do. He was playing good defense.
But like I say, once you're in your bag at this point, it really don't matter.
I feel like he was able to slow Ja down when he was on Ja and make it tough for him. Like whoever he made it tough on Triple J. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It just went in still.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, at that point, he was already in his bag, so it didn't matter. But like you said, Ja was having a tough time. Like I said, he definitely was doing his job against Ja. He started out against Ja. And like I said, he the junkyard dog for a reason. He going to give you effort. You know what I'm saying? So that's all you asking for. Just give me that 100% effort. We're going to figure out the rest.
Oh, and one more issue, man. There's a lot of times, bro, we have 3-4 Lakers in the paint, bro, and Kennard is coming down with boards. I'm saying, I'm like, bro, what's going on? Like, get it together, bro. So it's like, we gotta crash the boards better, especially the defensive boards. Like, can't let them have second chance opportunities. It was similar to that Phoenix game where Russell kept getting those offensive boards. Like, dang, bro, they're getting extra opportunities, and y'all are giving it to them, fighting over the rebound over yourself, and then you let one of them get it. Like, Got to be better. Grab 2 hands on that thing, snatch that thing like Oscar did, man. Come on now.
And this is it is definitely a good strategy because Jaren Jackson definitely he's prone to get in foul trouble. Like I know he's a defensive player of the year candidate too, but he also gets real he hack. Like
he do hack.
It's just that simple. So that is the strategy to go at him and just go ahead and get him out of there, and then we can
AD got to be on the block for that to happen.
And I believe it's game one. We got the game one. Game two gonna be different from game one. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, this is a playoff. This is a game. They actually game plan. They actually make adjustments. And this is the basketball that we love to see. Like I said, I know everybody got a criticism about the regular season and how, analytics and took over and all that. But playoff basketball, all that stuff go out the window. Like we actually coach, we actually game plan, we get back to it. People defend better. Like you say, I'm about to say you rarely see some blowouts, but we saw a couple blowouts.
Yeah.
But it's still
it's still the first round. I think as we advance the rounds, games will be tighter and tighter and tighter. So
closer team. What do we before we get up out of here? Your confidence though. What are we confident in?
Man, I'm most confident in the leadership of Bron, man. I think that's all coming. For like the game, he went to the bench, you know what I'm saying? And then they went on a little run. Memphis went on a little run. He came back in and just he didn't even do anything though. You feel what I'm saying? Or he might have got one of them chase down. He might have got a chase down. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just just his presence, just don't trip, just get into our actual sets. Because sometimes when we panic, we get too transition-y. And D-Lo was bugging in transition, man, making the wrong passes and stuff. Missed a couple opportunities in transition, and AR had to show him, bro, let me show you how to hit the trailer, bro. But I know D-Lo know how to do all that. I don't know. He was just a little off yesterday, but he still put up 19 being off. But my Bron's leadership and the young players' willingness to step up and lead as well. So it's still sharp and still. So it's Bron always have, because he's like a passer first. You feel what I'm saying? So he's always led with, you can do it too. He's always been that type of player. And I feel like these are some of the first players that he's played with. Was all right, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Austin Reeves is I'll take it. D-Lo is I'll take it. Then he got AD as our superstar. So I'm just confident in our whole core, the way that it's constructed right now. And I'm truly hoping, regardless of what happens going forward, that we bring back all of our core pieces.
Absolutely. I mean, I think they already exercised the option on Vanderbilt.
Gotta bring Vanderbilt back.
We had already said, I think when we called out Rui, we say, do you want to earn your money or what?
Yeah,
and this is when you earn your money.
And as of yesterday, he's earned his money. He started earning it, and yesterday he's saying, I want my money. And if he continues to play like this, then he got to be. And I want him to be here too, because I like for the future. I'm thinking about the future. Bron, his body, his the way he plays, his wing presence, his defense. He can be, and then just playing with people like this, you can learn from it. You could be like a Rob Horry type player. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Like I said, he's young enough to be a future piece.
Yeah.
And like I said, what's understood about AR, we know we bringing him back.
If we won't bring him back, bro, I'm gonna be upset with somebody, man.
We got to back up the Brinks.
Poor IT, man.
Poor IT. Should have never said it.
Yeah, should have never said it. You never say it before it happens. As you saw, Nicole said it after the fact. So it's and shout out to Jalen Hurts. We know this is a basketball show, but shout out to Jalen Hurts becoming the highest annually paid player as of right now. And we know in the NFL that don't last. There's always another player that trump you. But if you can get that, then you should be set for life. So congrats to him and his family, man.
Absolutely.
And having a Black woman negotiate that deal, so congrats to her, because agents get their portion too. So it's she just secured her a nice little bag too.
The positivity surrounding that, everybody, all the posts, NFL been holding her down. everything is surrounding that. You know, so him getting his bag, you know, working hard, Ryder being doubted, her being the first black female agent, you know, the broker, the highest paid quarterback deal. Like this is history all in the making. However long it may last, we're gonna just relish in that moment right then and there and embrace it.
Can Lamar get paid though?
You said what?
Can Lamar get paid though?
Please, come on, Sam. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh man, but game 2 is Wednesday. Like I said, hopefully we handle business. You know,
need that, man.
The sense of urgency should be at an all-time high. So hopefully we handle business. And then, like I say, Saturday, and let's keep it going. Let's get it out there. And it's your fault.
Yeah, man.
Because they was out there trying to do too much.
Oh man. In transition, man. I'm like, what in the world, bro? Just come on, man. Just hit the trailer, man.
Oh man, but this has been the LLC episode 8. We in the playoffs, baby. I'm Hill. That's Cannon. Shouts out to the 3-man wheel letting us utilize the YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we out, baby.
We'll catch you next week.
You know it.